Hey, welcome back to the channel. Got my TX16S up there on the bench, and just want to do a video about stick ends. So the stick ends for the gimbals are too long, in my opinion. I'm a thumber. I'm 6'4", but my thumbs are just not quite long enough. So when I'm doing maneuvers, I get right here. I can feel it in my thumb. When I get into this position here, it starts to kind of wobble out, and the stick is just too high. So as you can see, I'm moving my thumb around. I mean, it's not enjoyable. So I have a couple things that I was doing. Let's see if I can get something, raise that up a little bit. So the stick end, the stock stick end's got to go. And if you follow my channel, you know I've complained enough about them. So I just want a real quick tip video to explain what I found out and what I'm using, and wow, has it changed. I mean, it's really changed quite a bit, so that I'm going to make a video about it. So that's what this video is about, so check it out. Alright, so the first things first, I just want to say, to get the stick end off properly, you just need to put an Allen driver, so I have a 2.0 millimeter, down inside here, okay, and then once you set that in there, you can feel it. Get a good grip of this. You don't want to twist it, and pop that little set screw loose in there, and then you can screw these up and down, so if you want to raise or lower them. The problem is, for me, I lowered them all the way down, and they were still too long. I mean, just crazy long. And then I didn't have this gasket in here. If you can see that, there's a little gusset, I should call it. Thank you to TJ at Buddy RC for hooking me up. I appreciate it, man. I really do. This has really helped out dropping these gimbals down even more. That came on a kit that he didn't use because he pinches. So if you're a thumber, you're kind of, I don't know, these just seem really long. So you can screw them down really far if you do something in here, you modify it. I took a drill bit exactly the size of the opening, the original opening, and I took a drill bit and I took out a few millimeters of threads, okay, and then I ran that set screw all the way down through there to clear them threads, okay. So you don't want to cross thread your gimbal shaft. So take that set screw in there and run that all the way through until it comes out the other side, and that will clear the burrs off and clean it up. You can do that a couple times. Run that through there again, stick that in there, and then go counterclockwise till you hear that click. Here, listen. Clockwise, counterclockwise until you hear that click, and then you know that you're good. You can go ahead and clockwise and set that down in there. That keeps you from cross-threading and ruining your stuff. So just thread that back up through there, nice and neat, and then, you know, tap out. I mean, don't do it over your transmitter, obviously, but tap that out, get all the yuck out of there, and then that, just by taking about 3 millimeters of down inside there, you can run that further down. If you see here, let me see if I can zoom in on this. See that shoulder right there? That shoulder will bottom out on the inside of this. So down in here, I've taken a drill bit and drilled that out several millimeters. And you can see the threads start where the drill bit stopped. So that shoulder that's down inside there and the shoulder on the gimbal meet, you can't go down any further. And for me, even with this set screw removed, it was still, the sticks were still too high. Pretty crazy, right? And then TJ hooked me up with this gusset to go around and drop the gimbal further down into the case to make this even lower. Let me zoom back out. So, I mean, that helped out a lot, but as you can see, I screw this all the way down. Now it's bottomed out. This set screw is doing nothing. You know, I can take that all the way out. You run that screw all the way down until it bottoms out. Let me take this out so I don't lose it. So now that's all the way down. I could just turn that a little bit, pinch it, and now you can see that still sticks out. Let me see if I can get the face of this flush. There you go. Now your eye is lined up right there. See how far that stick comes out? That's still too far for me. So that's another reason I made this video. So I'm still flying, having to turn my wrist up to get into that harder maneuvers into the upper corners. This hand, the right hand, just doesn't seem to have an issue. It's the throttle. I noticed the throttle and yaw having to work together, and it's like, no, that's not what I meant to do. I don't want yaw in my throttle, and it's because I'm having to turn my wrist. I need that stick down even further. So check it out. Before I make this video like way too long, let's get to the stick ends. That's the problem with the original stick ends, okay? So now I got a hold of Pyrodrone, and they have these in stock. So I ordered some, I paid for them myself, and I am going to first open them up. But I just want you to know that I already had these ends in there. Okay? The first set that was sent to me, for some reason, had a 3mm and a 4mm in the package. I don't know if you can see that, but originally it came with a 4mm and a 3mm. So I got a hold of Pyrodrone, and I mean, right now they sent me out an extra set. So you're going to take this bottom part. It no longer uses that set screw. So you can take that set screw and put it back in your original gimbals. You're going to take this bottom part and thread this down onto here. And you can see that this bottom part goes all the way down to the base. Just about 2mm shy of. And then you can screw this top part on. Okay? And now the gimbal shaft comes up flush on the inside of that body, but it doesn't come up to where it's pushing the skin out. Okay? The skin is still able to sink down inside here and get a grip. So let me zoom in so you can see what that looks like. Pretty gnarly looking, isn't it? So now look at right there is about flush. Look at how low that stick is. There is a drawback because it bumps the stick. I haven't tightened it all the way down. I need to hold on to this with a cloth and a pliers. I'll show you that in a second. But it does hit the plastic right there, but I don't really worry too much about that. We're just going to take some cloth. So that's just like a micro cloth, and we're going to put that over the piece, and we're going to grab that with a pair of pliers. We're just going to turn that on, and now it's cinched in. It's not going to move on me. I'll grab the other one here. Okay, get a grip of it. Make sure it's not going to turn. Cinch that down. And now that one ain't moving. So we're ready to go. Let me turn this around here so you can kind of see both sticks at the same time. Try to get the edge of this nice and flush, and then get the throttle in the middle. So right there. So both of them are in the center. Look at the difference of stick right there. I mean, the difference of these two sticks. I mean, it's night and day. Look at that. So if you're having issues like I was with the stick end not working out because you want to get into these like other maneuvers without having to like turn your wrist up and over to get your thumb on top, because that's not comfortable. I recommend doing something about it, and that's what I did. So you won't hear me complaining on the channel anymore about the stick ends. and I can't make no more excuses about my flight characteristics being the stick end's fault and not my own lousy piloting. So, hey, if this video was helpful and you liked it, you know, give me a thumbs up. If you hated it, and you give me a thumbs down. It all works. Enjoy the breeze.